Breaking news out of the G7, and Karoline Leavitt, Trump's White House press secretary, has tweeted in the last couple of moments that Trump will be leaving the G7 tonight. That means he will not be meeting face-to-face with Anthony Albanese tomorrow. Andrew Clennell is doing some digging for us at the moment as to what that means for Anthony Albanese, whether that meeting is brought forward. It is unlikely. Trudy McIntosh joins me in the Canberra studio. So there's been a quick succession of events this morning. It's all played out on Truth Social. Donald Trump first saying Iran should have done the deal at just after 8:30 this morning, so just over an hour ago now, Trudy. Donald Trump basically sent a warning to the millions of people living in Tehran that they needed to evacuate immediately. At the same time, we have confirmation that they've repositioned or have 2 aircraft carriers on the way to the Middle East, which would indicate at least that the United States is preparing to get involved in this conflict. Now, Karoline Leavitt says because of the developments in the Middle East, Trump is leaving Canada tonight.
Yeah, this has been a stunning development, Laura. The White House press secretary confirming that Donald Trump will be leaving that G7 summit after the leaders' dinner, which is being held in Canada tonight, local time. We heard from our Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese, just in the last 30 minutes. He was telegraphing that meeting tomorrow that was due to take place with the US president at this summit, a small sit-down between the two, the first time they were going to be face-to-face. There is still a potential, Laura, that there will be some opportunity tonight. The Prime Minister had telegraphed that he too would be attending this dinner. Those sort of meetings, though, are much shorter in time frame. If you do get an opportunity, and imagine all the world leaders there who haven't had a chance for their formal bilateral with Donald Trump will want to also be able to get a little bit of FaceTime. So it'd be fascinating if they, sometimes cameras are let in the room to the start of these things to see whether there is an impromptu, at least, engagement between Anthony Albanese and Donald Trump. I'd also point out, though, that the Albanese government side, Laura, has been telegraphing they are still potentially planning later this year, September, I believe, for the potential of going to the White House for a face-to-face visit. That may now be the first opportunity that he has.
We are waiting to see that family photo, the traditional family photo at the G7 as well, where all world leaders will be gathered in the same room. So, I mean, yeah, you talk about the potential to, you know, grab Donald Trump informally, talk to him about a few things over dinner. But the point is, the underscoring point is that with all of this going on, with this conflict in the Middle East escalating at a rapid pace, the fact is that tariffs are way down the list in terms of priority. You know, Donald Trump lifting a 10% tariff off Australian goods is not going to be on Donald Trump's priority list. His head isn't even anywhere near that game. AUKUS, maybe a little bit more, but less so. I think the best thing that we can get out of what we've seen in the G7 in terms of any kind of comfort around AUKUS is the warm conversation and the little skerricks of you know, confirmation that he had with Keir Starmer around AUKUS. So, you know, it's not all down to Anthony Albanese, of course, to make this argument to Donald Trump about how important the alliance is. I think maybe leaving this G7 summit, the only thing we're going to get is that small amount of confirmation from Keir Starmer and Donald Trump, because they've already had that bilateral meeting.